Autonomy and dominion over one's body go to the very heart of what it means to be free. Nothing could be more fundamental to the notion of liberty. The late Chief Justice Mark Cady in his ruling on the unconstitutional 72-hour waiting period for abortion. When I read through this ruling, I see three things that come up over and over: privacy, freedom, and liberty. This decision from the Iowa Supreme Court was based on the equal protection and due process clauses in the Iowa Constitution. And these rights are part of the foundation of our democracy. We as Americans and as Iowans have rights to privacy, freedom, and liberty, and these rights are protected by our Constitution. Constitutions are written to give people rights, not take them away. We, state senators, do not have the ability to take people's rights and freedoms away, and yet here we are, and we are discussing a constitutional amendment to take away the right of Iowa women, the basic human right to bodily autonomy, the right to private health care decisions without government say-so. This proposed constitutional amendment will take away the rights of Iowa women and families. Today we have before us a resolution, for the first time in Iowa's history, that would amend our state's constitution to take away rights of Iowans instead of protecting them. This constitutional amendment is being pushed as being abortion neutral. I've heard this around this chamber and listened to the House debate. But let's be clear, this legislation paves the way for further restrictions and to chip away at Iowans' fundamental right and access to safe and legal abortion. This is not hypothetical. This is what we saw in states like Tennessee, where recently a similar constitutional amendment was adopted in 2014 after it was sold as a measure that simply gave lawmakers the ability to pass whatever they called reasonable restrictions. Since then, the Tennessee legislature has passed 7 laws aimed at closing abortion clinics by placing unnecessary and costly requirements on them. And recently, Tennessee's governor announced that he would introduce a 6-week abortion ban similar to the one adopted in Iowa and then struck down by the court recently. Iowa's Constitution has strong privacy protections that ensure our right to personal freedom, and that includes the right to make private health care decisions without the interference of politicians. This constitutional amendment lays the groundwork to ban abortion in Iowa if Roe v. Wade were overturned, and would force Iowans to delay or to go without health care, even in cases where the mother's life was in danger. And it has the potential to prevent doctors from exercising their best medical judgment about a woman's health. This constitutional amendment is not neutral. Let's call it what it is. It's an attempt to ban abortion in Iowa. The strongest protection for access to safe and legal abortion is at the state level, where it is protected by the Constitution. This legislation paves the way for a complete ban on abortion with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the mother. If a constitution sets some boundaries on the government, ultimately, I just don't want the government to be involved in the health care decisions of this matter. And for these reasons, I am voting no. Thank you.